Alright guys, here is the setup video for the rehearsal on Tuesday. Full band setup, so we got the two keyboards, got the Voyager and the headphone amp and the headphones, and the headphone extension cable sitting on top, the auxiliary looper mic, the activity center with the little MPK keyboard and the QWERTY keyboard as well, and the mouse of course, and then yeah, that guy again. So for this one you got to plug in the first 6 channels coming off of the computer, well, coming off that audio snake. First 6 channels are tracks, so they just go to the board, bam. The next one is the live keys, so you got to plug into the the keyboard amp. This guy just goes into 1. This is the preamp gain, and then this is the master volume. So just make sure you have that. Then it comes out of the DI out here, whatever you want to call it, the line out, and then this cable just goes back to the board. Input 7. On that snake coming off the computer, well, I keep saying that, coming off the audio interface, this guy, the big guy. Channel 8 is the headphone amp, so you know, plug it into an XLR, plug the XLR into this little adapter, which goes XLR female to TRS. I don't know if you can see it. Anyway, the TRS connector going into the back of the headphone amp. And headphones, obviously you get their signal off of these. Looper mic, make sure you feed it through the side port over here. We'll come into input 1. The preamp gain should be set to noon. It's not particularly easy to see. Let me turn that on real quick. Okay. So there it is, coming from this mic down through the side port and into the audio interface, channel 1, preamp set to noon. Cool. USB hub is right here. Turn that off and see if we got enough light. So that's the USB hub. Maybe try back in. We've got a couple USBs. We got the mouse. We've got the QWERTY keyboard. We've got the MPK. Amanda's buying a new one of those. So that also goes through here and comes around the side and plugs in. And then we've got the very, very long cable for the Axiom keyboard. So that's this guy. So pretty obvious, that one. Cool. For the key station, going to be running the long black MIDI cable that comes off of here into the back of that. So I'm going to plug that in right now. It'll be this cable. Actually, let's see, it says key station on it. So it just plugs into MIDI in right there. And use the AC adapter, this guy. Where is he? This guy to power the key station. Sorry, it's a little disjointed. Let's see, the last couple things to plug in. You gotta have the MIDI lines going to the Voyager. So it's the black and red MIDI cable that get tied up together. So the black one is labeled Voyager MIDI in, the red one is labeled Voyager MIDI through. So just plug them in there, that's all good. Let's take a look at the preferences real quick, now that Ableton is up and happy and launched. The session is of course called MNDR Live Set Zeta Band Practice 05, 07, 03 Mini Star. So taking a look at the preferences. Start with the audio preferences. We've got Profire in, Profire out, input configuration, channels 1 and 2. Output configuration, 1 through 8, both columns. Great. Let's go to the MIDI. Let's see. And here's the MIDI setup. And then there are screenshots. If you go into Finder, go to the desktop, Ableton Preferences Picks. Audio preferences are the same. Solo, band, rehearsal, show. It's always the same. For the full band, this is the MIDI preferences. Solo, show, slightly different. I went over that in the other video, so that'll be good. Going back to Ableton, looks all good for the preferences, so let's just close that. And this is the set, looks good. We're starting on the marker, it says silence. Perfect, just as I saved it. So that one's on 0. It's kind of your home key, so you can always just jump back to 0 wherever you are. So if you plugged in everything correctly, if you hit spacebar, turns blue. Awesome, it means your MIDI is going everywhere it needs to go. And then if you hit a number over here, let's go with 6. You'll hear the headphones doing their click in, and then the song starts. So, just make it easy. I'll show you what's up with this guy. So we've got kick on channel 1. The rest of the drums on 2. 3 and 4 are stereo music. Then we've got 5, 6 for vocals. Should hear those coming in a second. There we go. Here's the live keyboard. Let's just test that out real quick. Beautiful. Now let's do a little exercise here. Just those first 4. Should be all the way up, all the way up, all the way down, all the way down. And let's see. So it's making sound. This is the easy way to test the fader. So I pull that all the way down. No sound. Perfect. That's my master volume control. So it looks like that's working just fine right now. So last is channel 8, and that is the Voyager. Yes, rock and roll. Gotta love the bass. Okay, so quick test here for this thing. I guess I can just stop the track now, so that's working. That's working. Let's test this guy real quick. Ooh, that guy's not working. I gotta check him out real quick. Oh, bless me. Oh, I know why. Because I didn't have a hand free to actually plug it in. So disregard this video. Cable was just not plugged in right there. So now it's plugged in. And I'm making sound. So that was just me being an idiot. Nothing too new there. So let's scroll back up. Awesome. So that's all good. Let's check and make sure these knobs are working. These control the effects and such things. Best thing to do is just do all the way up twice and all the way down twice. Just make sure Ableton picks up the level and knows where it is and all that kind of stuff. So there we go. Alright, let's play a different track. I don't know which one this is. Lovely. So let's see with the effects. This one is the grid, so you gotta hit repeat. We got a low pass, high pass, reverb. These two control the arpeggiator, so these last two control the looper. So let's test that guy out. You can hit number 2 on here to clear it. Hit number 1 to record. Until the break of day. Awesome. And let's clear that out. Thank God. And just turn that all the way back down. Cool. Just put on the headphones, make sure those are sounding good. Looks like everything's working. So, the one extra bit of fun that you'll have at rehearsal are these 3 tracks here. The one that says parts, the one that says parts 2, and the one that says lead vocal. The lead vocal obviously is all the lead vocals. Parts and parts 2 are the parts that the keyboardist Matthew Shiner will be playing. There's a possibility he won't be there, or it might be he needs to remind himself if he is there. So if he asks for his backing tracks in, all you have to do is unmute, and that'll be good. If Amanda doesn't feel like singing and wants to have her lead vocal just in the track, you can unmute that, and she'll hear it coming out of the PA. So that's how that works. And you can ask the guys at Rubber Tracks; they'll help you with the board and setting it up. I think there's only 8 XLR inputs, so what we've done with the Voyager is instead of running this guy to the PA, we've just run him to the bass amp in the room. Pretty easy. So last couple things, the bass will be packed up. Amanda's bass will be in a case along with the pedal that she likes to use with it and the cables that she needs, so just plug that all together, give power to the pedal and go out of the bass into the pedal, out of the pedal into the amp. Matt Shiner's going to bring a guitar and pedal for his stuff, and there's going to be an amp in the room for that. Alright, so that should do it, and that's a good, if you can handle that, then you should handle the show real easy. I'm going to make another video for that. It's going to be pretty much the same thing, just with a different file name, so it's all good. The files, of course, are saved on the desktop. Take a look here. So let's just jump to the desktop. Ooh, Ableton Live Set Zeta. Let's just make that green. So Ableton Live Set Zeta, double click it. We've got 3 things in colors. We've got the solo show, we've got band practice, and we've got the band show. I made a different set for each one. They're all a little different, basically the same idea. So just launch the appropriate one, you'll be good to go. When you close Ableton, don't save. Do not save. That way, just in case something got bumped or anything like that, it won't mess up the set for next time. Alright guys, thanks so much, and give me a call if you have any questions. My phone will be on and active in France. So, thanks so much.